I'm back out catching sunsets, averaging about 13,000 steps this week. And as I am walking, you may see the clips on either side as evidence, meaning that I've screenshotted each day as a mission this week to provide you the evidence that I'm not just walking the talk, I'm actually talking it, walking it, walking it, and talking it, if that makes sense. And once again, no pun intended, but I'm literally doing this right now and thriving as an older man. So I just want to express how much gratitude I have going through my entire system right now. You know, there used to be a time when I couldn't even wear a wife beater. The reason why I went here is because, oh, it's windy as hell. So sorry, guys and girls. But there used to be a time when I used to wear a wife beater, and I used to have a really big gut. Okay, and I know some of you all are struggling with that right now. And as much as I've talked about walking, fitness, and sprinting and whatnot in this channel, on this channel, I just want to reiterate time and time again that you will always see me walking and talking, whether it's about life, philosophies, personal experience, testimonials, or just giving an opinion. I would rather just walk and talk, if that makes sense. I would rather walk with my problems and walk it out. You know, think about the psychology behind it, right? What I'm actually trying to say is that at the end of the day, this is all symbolic because you're moving forward. Walking gives you that power to keep pushing forward. Most importantly, walking just is a very, very simple activity, exercise to do. And I didn't even realize that the procrastination can keep you so paralyzed and indoors for an extended period of time. See, right now the weather is just perfect. It's a little after 5:30, so the heat is like gone down. It's still in the high 80s, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of clear from the danger of getting burnt alive and cooked like, medium rare eggs. And speaking of how my day has looked like, right? I did about a 21-hour fast and had a 3-hour eating window, which is plenty for me. Folks, especially men, if you can get down to 16 to, I say 18 hours a day is optimal. If you can get down to 18 hours a day fasting, I think that's a great place to be in order to drop not just weight, water weight, but body fat too, provided that you are supplementing your diet with high protein, prioritizing protein, eliminating processed carbs. So today I ate at 1 o'clock, meaning I began my meals at 1 o'clock. I think I ended up a little under 2,000 calories taking in, and I'm putting my diet, like I work off my whiteboard. I like writing things down because when I write things down, there's a muscle to mind connection when you're writing it down, right? And out of that 2,100 calories or so, I take out, I add, subtract, I figure out my macros from there. So once you get a hang of your diet and you know the things that you want to eat that give you the best results, it's clockwork from there. It's so easy, and eating becomes enjoyable, simple, and not non-stressful. That's right, non-stressful, not stressful too, because honestly, we're always thinking about the next meal, right? We are trained by media, by a big pharma and TV ads that we should be eating 6, 7 meals a day. While yes, there's some truth to that, but not entirely. Not entirely. I don't necessarily think that you need to be eating 6, 7 meals a day. Is because when are you giving your body a rest from food? I mean, we are always eating in America, in the West, always opening up that refrigerator and just reaching for whatever we can. Just reaching for whatever we can. I mean, is that necessary, right? Always spiking up our insulin, and managing your insulin is life. That's key right there. Having some sense of insulin management. I wouldn't necessarily say the number of calories, because the recent studies and and philosophers and doctors who are now taking it to social media, YouTube, talking about fasting, insulin resistance, and carnivore, and watching for foods that spike up insulin is a make or break. So walking is one way to manage your insulin levels. So if you've had a high carb meal and it's like you ate late, 9 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, I don't know what's late for you guys, but the best way to blunt that spike is to immediately take a walk. Immediately take a walk. You are going to feel your stomach like gently just going inward. Like you do that and you try that and you tell me how you feel. Not making this up. And it's a great feeling. So that's the quickest way to blunt your insulin with food in your system. And I stopped eating at 4 o'clock today. 4:15. You can tell the burps, right? So I'm an hour or so into fasting now and digestion. I've already sped up my digestion through just doing this here, walking. I did pull-ups, I did shoulders, and then later in the day I did arms. Today is just an anomaly, meaning that I just had so much energy and so much of this, the sunlight, the vitamins, right? And you wonder that as an older man at age 49, how do I do it all? I'm giving you the blueprint. This is how I do it. And I want to mix it up on this channel, is not just talk about my life and testimonials and what I've seen and experienced and continue to discover, resolve, solve, fine tune, dissect, peel back the layers, right, of life. Is none of this moves until you move. None of this happens until you happen. And what I mean by that is you have to look inward and do not blame other people and circumstances for why you are not able to do what you can do right this very minute, which is walking. You can do that now. I know obesity is the real pandemic in America, in the West. That is the real pandemic. And a lot of us are stationary. A lot of us think about just the simple act, right? You eat and you turn on the remote. You look for your remote and you turn on the TV. You've already spent 2-3 hours on the couch, right? Where's your habits? Like how are you reinforcing your habits to a better fitness life, to a better version of you? Like, are you conscious? Damn, it's hella windy. I'm going against the wind right now too. So are you conscious of these actions, right? Subconsciously, I know deep down there's a voice that you already know you're feeling lazy. You already know you're on the couch. You know that you shouldn't be really staying up that late. And you know you should be avoiding that party or the social function that's not really going to get you anywhere. And you know you should be going to bed early, right? But you stay up anyway. And with that, the longer you stay awake, right, the longer your body is, in a sense, at a heightened stage, and you're not speeding up your recovery. Instead, you reach for sugar. So as the night goes on, there's a good chance the longer you're awake, the more inclined you are to reach for sugar. And you put yourself in a spiral like this every weekend. I know people that put so much into this life, Monday through Thursday, or maybe Tuesday to Friday, whatever, like 2, 3, 4 days. But then come the weekend, all that progress that they've made has no chance of compounding, meaning that people really look forward to the weekend of just blowing their diet and just going overboard, right? Not thinking through that this is a long game. And there's a lot of us, I mean, I'm guilty of that too, that want results overnight. But the more you'll see your body, you'll feel it. The more you try to take shortcuts, the more it pushes you back. Whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's 1 week from now. You have to, Karate Kid, my favorite movie, as an analogy. There's a reason why Mr. Miyagi teaches Daniel LaRusso the fundamentals and how to lock in to those fundamentals, because 30 something years later, as we see in Cobra Kai, the roots are strong. The foundation has to be strong. Your foundation has to be strong. Your commitment to this life has to be strong. It has to be consistent. Yes, you're going to fall off. You're going to have those days, right? But some people cannot get out of their own way through their repetitive habits, getting in their own way. They get in their own way. And the weekends they use as a jump off point to hell, basically, right? You sort of check yourself out and say, it's the weekend. And guys, girls, I've done this many times. I've done this. In fact, I'm the polar opposite now. Like right now, think about it. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City, right? I just a little over nearly 3 years now, actually. Wow, 3 years. I can't even say over nearly 2+. This is 3 years. Coming up in a few months here, 2 months. I am actually debating if I should be going out during this period of my epiphany here. Because let's face it, at my age, even though I may not look like it, people peg me or pin me as the guy that will go out and party because I just have a younger look. And people think that I just show up this way and I just am, but no, this is what it takes. The lights are always on in Vegas, 24 hours. The party is always on. The next big thing is always on, right? I can always catch up to that. But when I've built this much momentum in my not just my YouTube channel, my walking, but just life, right? Why would I want to blow that on alcohol, right? Let's blow my money through that. I have drinks at home. If I really feel like top it up and take the edge, sometimes it's okay. Like moderately, I think it's okay. But you're not in a position to be there where everything is moderate. You're not entitled to a cheat day either. There is no such thing as cheat day. That's another thing people get their minds wrapped around, is when you give them a fitness program or you give them advice or a protocol or put them on a certain diet and give them instructions. The first thing they do is, when's my cheat day? There is no cheat days. However, you can use intermittent fasting as a cheat code. But even then, you have to be careful because it doesn't give you the green light to blow your diet. Because even through this intermittent fasting protocol, you can just completely wreck your progress, is because you don't track. And I would highly recommend that if you're starting out this journey, especially walking and like tracking your steps, that's another thing, is don't forget to track your steps. Your watch, Apple Watch, if you can't afford it, your phone. Everyone can afford an iPhone. Even when you're in debt, everyone has a phone, has a step tracker. Use that as a way to track it. MyFitnessPal, you can get that app and sync your steps through that app, through the walking tracker, and figure out your calories, right? And of course, there are many fitness coaches and guides out there that can help you through that. But I say, focus on the basics. Try to get 10,000 steps every single day. I mean, I talk about this endlessly and throughout my videos. And one day at a time. Not every day is going to look the same. Not every day the mindset is going to be that clear and crisp, right? You're going to have challenges, and this life is like this, up and down, right? You're going to have your good spots, bad spots, but the consistency is what matters. And for me, most times, either I'm walking most times, like 90% of the time, you're going to get the walking and talking videos. So if you want to make fun of me and my life stories and poke at it, that's fine. I'm okay. I'm mature like that, man. I don't take anything personal these days. It is my story. That's why I'm telling you. But just remember that this guy is nearly 50 and he is walking the streets of Las Vegas and putting in serious work. I am my own best version today. So come rain, hail, shine, water, thunder, tornado, oh God, I'm walking. This is a lifestyle, folks. This is a lifestyle, and one foot in front of the other. I'm encouraging you. You can do it. In fact, you can change your life this very minute, because one walk can change your entire life. One walk can change your entire week. One walk can help you make that the best decision of your life. One walk can solve all your problems. A lot of us are clogged up in here. Our minds are just so effed by being indoors. You blood flow, guys. Like, think about that, right? Our biology happens when you walk. The mental clarity you get, it helps you make better decisions, helps you foresee the future. It helps you just be simply creative. It makes you so powerful. In fact, a glass of water and walking will reveal that you are actually not hungry. It'll tell you that you have been overeating. It's a way to cleanse your system. It improves your bowel movement. You improve just you all your joints and your connective tissue, your muscles, your joy, like your elbows, your knees, your neck, your back. All of these things, you are fine tuning it. Like, think of it that way. Most importantly, folks, this is a life force. Your heartbeat, your liver, your kidneys, your lungs, all of these things, your mind, they need to interconnect to give you that positive feedback loop to a better, healthier version of you. Okay, I'm gonna jump to the next video and continue my walking. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I really appreciate you being here. To the next video. Mamba out.